In 2013, the Florida State Seminoles blasted the Clemson Tigers. Oh, Seminole fans, don't you long for those days? Blasted Clemson 51-14, a top 10 ranked Clemson team, 51-14. And it wasn't even that close. En route to the school's third and most recent national championship, of course, with Jameis Winston, the redshirt freshman at quarterback. MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, reviewing, analyzing every season in college football and the championship results. And we are either saying, hey, yes, that team earned that national championship, or we're going to strip it away, or it's a disputed national championship. And then there's typically some other teams that did not receive the same opportunity that they should have if we had a fair and objective system that had enough spots in the playoff to enter all the teams that are worthy of playing for a national championship. So here's 2013, which seems on the surface very quick and easy. Florida State went undefeated. They blasted Duke in the ACC championship game 43-10, and they won a very good national championship game, the final of the BCS era over Auburn 34-31. They trailed 31-27. At one point, they trailed 21-3 in the first half. And they came back down the field, courtesy Jameis Winston, to Kelvin Benjamin for the game winner with about 7 seconds left to play. So, again, Florida State defeats Auburn to win the national championship, and it undefeated status, of course, that can't be disputed. So, Florida State, keep your national championship. But let's understand that there are some teams out there that should have been given the same opportunity as Auburn. And when I state this, I'm not saying that in place of Auburn, that Auburn did not deserve or earn the right as SEC champion with only one loss to play for the national championship. I'm saying that the system sucks. It was broken. It didn't make any sense. And therefore, we had other teams that had resumes that were similar and qualifications similar to Auburn's that should have been playing for a national championship. One of those teams would be Michigan State. They lost to Notre Dame by a field goal in a game that was highly disputed based on a number of controversial calls in South Bend. Michigan State won the Big Ten championship with a record of 8-0. They lost the one game to Notre Dame. Of course, they won the Big Ten championship game. And then they marched on to the Rose Bowl and defeated Stanford to finish 13-1. So as Big Ten champion with only one loss, a very close loss, Auburn, on the other hand, lost by 2 touchdowns to LSU. Then Michigan State had just as much right to be in the national championship game after defeating Ohio State, an undefeated team that was lined up to play in the BCS championship game, that Michigan State, by virtue of winning 13 of 14 games, defeating an undefeated Ohio State team in the Big Ten championship game, losing narrowly against Notre Dame, they earned the right just as much as Auburn did to play in the national championship game. Oh, and we have another team in Baylor, but they weren't 12-1. Of course, the Big 12 did not have a conference championship game. So Baylor was only 11-1. They were 8-1 in the conference. But again, no championship game, so they have less of a right to claim that they were robbed, not claiming a national championship again. I cannot say that Michigan State or Baylor should claim a national championship. They can claim that they were robbed. I keep coming back to this word, and I can't come up with a better one, that they were robbed of the opportunity to play for a national championship when there was another team at the Rose Bowl playing Florida State, Auburn, that didn't do anything more than Michigan State, especially, and also to a lesser extent, Baylor at 11-1 as the Big 12 champion. We, of course, don't care what happened after that, but we're going to, in a sense, discount the Baylor claim because they lost the Fiesta Bowl to Central Florida. Blake Bortles, remember Central Florida before they bottomed out at 0-12 and made the resurrection back to 25 straight wins? Central Florida was good in 2013 in taking out Baylor in the Fiesta Bowl. So we, to a lesser extent, we claim Baylor because of the lack of a championship game in the conference and also losing the bowl game to Central Florida. It's basically Michigan State with a claim that they were not given the opportunity to play for a national championship. Florida State, still keep your title. It's undefeated. 14-0 Florida State winning in 2013. Michigan State not given the opportunity that they earned. We continue through college football history right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I can't emphasize that enough. This is what we need here to keep the channel running and to keep it going with the very best in discussion, debate, and analysis of the game we all love, college football. We'll be back with 2012 very soon. Tomorrow, in fact. One per day coming your way. Something to look forward to each and every day. The argument over national championship rights here in college football. 2012 is next, right here at Mark Rogers TV, the voice of college football.